Welcome back to the Dark Reading News Desk at Black Hat USA 2025. I'm Terry Sweeney, contributing editor with Dark Reading, and joining us now on the stage is Rachel Jin, Chief Enterprise Platform Officer with Trend Micro. Rachel, thank you so much for joining us on the Dark Reading News Desk.
Thank you for having me here.
Let's start with some context.
Yeah.
I'm curious from your perspective what the current cybersecurity risk landscape looks like and how threat actor tactics are evolving with the introduction of AI. So a fairly broad topic to start with, but what are you seeing from where you sit?
Yeah, actually, I like in your question, you say risk landscape. It's not just threat landscape.
No, sure.
Yeah, and we see, it's going very dynamic and evolving very fast in terms of the risk landscape. And attackers, they also have AI tools. They have AI agents. They have AI power. So they are also evolving very fast. And that's why we see a lot of, threats and coming in, and we see the productivity, the amount of the threats, and also how targeted they have, and is much higher quality than before. Yeah.
I mean, they're taking advantage of this innovation as well, aren't they?
That's right. Yeah, innovation is not just for defender, and they also have it. And so that's why I see the risk landscape is evolving so fast, and a lot of vendors is kind of, oh my God, I cannot just be reactive. I want to do proactive way to do something to respond to this evolving risk landscape.
Well, so some thoughts from you would be welcome around what kinds of strategies and tools organizations should embrace as they tackle these risks on really a global level, especially as threat tactics are getting more sophisticated. This is a big chore, no?
Yeah, it is. And the threat landscape becomes more complicated. And also they are smarter than before. And they are moving faster than before. And so in terms of the strategy and tools that we should think about is how we can transform ourselves from reactively responding all of these threats and risks to be more proactively and getting, seize the visibility and understand what happened and ahead of attackers, So that's why my suggestion for a lot of organizations in terms of, the security tools or security strategies is be more proactive. And be more proactive. The first thing is you need to understand what you have. You need to understand how your environment landscape looks like. Different customer, different organization, different enterprise, they have very, very different, landscape of their environment. And they have different profile and they have different ecosystem. But threat landscape today is super smart because AI changed one thing. AI is not just the one size fits all. Yeah, okay, just the one technique for every single customer. Today, AI is so smart to help, the threat landscape to be very customized for you and socialized for you. That's also why we need to be very proactive and also be very customizable.
Sure. Yeah. In that vein, Zero Trust, for example, is often offered as a solution that's proactive. Are there other proactive solutions that organizations can adopt to, if not completely defend themselves, at least make the wall a little bit higher?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for Zero Trust, I see Zero Trust is like more philosophy. Yeah, it's the principle that every time you do security, you need to, I don't trust it. And I need to make sure I understand the landscape so I know if it's trustworthy or not. So to be proactive, and there are baseline. Baseline is you need to have the cyber risk exposure management, which means that you need to understand the exposure, you need to understand vulnerability, you need to understand the configurations, because we see so many incidents happens because the configuration is not right, because the vulnerability is there, for some time. And so this is like a baseline. And I want to say another advanced way is if you can simulate your IT environment, if you can simulate your ecosystem and in a digital twin concept and then simulate the environment, and then you can do a lot of testing, virtual red teaming, virtual blue teaming. You can also do cost estimation and do risk management. So you have better view about what's going on in your environment. You have better understanding what's about coming. And then that helps you to be more proactive and to be ready.
All right. Well, let's circle back to AI for a moment. Talk about how Trend is helping defenders embrace and safely harness artificial intelligence. What's going on there?
Yeah, so for Trend Micro, and we have, I think AI is like evolving so fast, but actually Trend Micro, we invested AI like over 20 years ago, and at that time we just use simple AI technology, do some anti-spam, and also we use some simple AI technology, machine learning, and to train our AI model to understand your writing style in the email. So if it's mapping to your writing style, we know, oh, it's you. Okay. If not, and that it's probably your account is compromised. And we're also looking at like using OCR technology, computer vision, to identify if it's phishing or not. But now, since 2 years, 3 years ago, with the generative AI involvement, with the agentic AI, we see this is big technical breakthrough, and we can do more things. So what we can do is basically two things. One is we use a lot of AI technology to enable our security to be better, the security outcome to be enhanced. For example, our detection is using AI to be enhanced and faster and detect better and more accurate. And also we build like the digital twin concept in front of our, on top of our data, and to help our customers to understand what's going on. And we also have a lot of AI agents to help customer to make their workflow more efficient. Another way is for our customers, all organizations or government, they have their AI stack. The AI stack could be AI application. They build LLM model, or they have their, LLM and running in container, or they have user accessing some like AI application, risky AI application. We have different layers of security to protect that.
All right. Yep. Talk about how Trend Micro's digital twin technology is working to protect AI infrastructure.
Yeah, so I talked a little bit about digital twin just now. So this is very exciting technology. Digital twin is not a new term. Yeah, it was there for years for digital twin of the physical objects, right, like your manufacturer, your table, your chair, your car. But what we are talking about digital twin is, think about the world full of data, full of digital information and exchange every day, messages, emails, approval, process, and everything is the data flow that you cannot touch. And as cybersecurity vendor like us, we have cybersecurity platform. We have all of these data. And can we help our customer utilize this data to simulate and, visualize the data into the real, reality they have. And so it's kind of replica of your IT environment. And then with the simulated virtual environment, you can do virtual red teaming to identify where is the risk. And then you fix in the production. Or let's say, you can say, I want to retire a few legacy servers, but I don't know the impact. And then you can simulate in the digital twin and you understand the impact. And then you go to production to do it. So this is really using very proactive way to help our customers understand better about what they have, what AI applications they have, what MCP servers they have, and what their employees are using.
All right. Wrap us up with some thoughts about for organizations that are considering the sort of approach that you're describing, what sort of questions should they be asking themselves?
I think they should ask themselves, do they really see everything today? Yeah, so that's about visibility. A lot of time when we talk about security protection, if you don't know what you should protect, you should secure, and then you are just doing very narrow security. So I think they need to ask themselves about if I see them, I know them. And the second thing is, there are a lot of data today, and are their data are fully utilized today? The classical way is, okay, let's build some UI and build some dashboard to show this data. But every single customer, they need a different dashboard. And also even in one organization, different roles, they need different dashboard, they need different reporting, they need to do different work. Vulnerability management team, they need to focus on patch. And the risk management team, they need to focus on the risk score. And the CISO may be focusing on, where the overall, risk posture looks like. And the SOC team focus on, these are the alerts that I need to deal with. And so what I see is, for the customers, you probably need to ask, are you having these data? And also, can you really talk to these data, let these data show what you want and do what you want?
Great stuff. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for sharing some insights around how to keep our AI infrastructure more secure. Thanks for joining us on the news desk today.
Thank you for all the questions, and thank you for having me here.
We've been talking with Rachel Jin of Trend Micro. This has been Terry Sweeney for the Dark Reading News Desk. Thanks for joining us for this segment. See you next time.